First half, the plan was to have the overload in the middle with Pepe. Almost similar to our plan going into the game with Cincinnati, but then with Nico Carvalho as a real fullback. And we could see, especially in the turnovers, when Pepe was a little too far out of position, that the pressure on the left side was way too big. So Nico was struggling. And then from a tactical point of view, if you switch it in the second half, opponent has to realize what is the switch. So we put Ojeda on the left side to get him more into the 1v1s and make sure that Nico was a little bit more comfortable in the back three line. Also with Justin Haak on yellow to make sure he was secure, because you could see in the first half every transition our centre backs were exposed 1v1, and that's because of the behaviour of the fullbacks. So, but eventually we needed more attacking threat and put an extra body up front, and that's why Hannes came on, and eventually even Hannes was taken back in defence and then going up in offence in order to create more bodies up front. So that was the idea. Thank you.
Scott? Hey Coach, how are you? Scott Church, Stream Punk Soccer. Obviously it's been a tough week in this case here. How important is it to have that quick turnaround going to DC? Thanks.
That's the only advantage of a week like this. You play so many games, so you get an extra opportunity in a few days to recover and set it straight again. That was our plan going into this game also, even though over 50% of the starting 11 today wasn't involved in the game on Wednesday. But the defeat on Wednesday was on all of us, even the guys that didn't come with us to Pittsburgh. So we were very determined today to make sure that we set things straight. And if you go back to the first 20-25 minutes or so, we should have done that exactly, because we had a few opportunities where I think one or two sitters were there to get in a comfortable position, but we'll have to try again in DC on Wednesday.
Matt?
Hey Coach, Matt Mangum, Hudson River Blue.
Hi.
I wanted to ask about Alonso Martinez. Obviously last week Cincinnati misses the penalty, misses some chances, and then tonight in the first half, missed that good look on goal. He's kind of been, unlike himself recently in front of goal. Just what do you think led to his struggles, and how can he bounce back from that? Thank you.
Well, Alonso's going to bounce back. I have no worries about that. He'll bounce back. He's a quality player. Of course, missing 2 penalties in the first 12 games is something that keeps everybody busy. So it will keep Alonso busy as well. But he's very determined on his targets for this season, so he'll be back. That's no problem. The other thing is that, and that's something we are aware of, the attacking threat in this game is too much depending on Alonso. So we expect more from guys like Pepe or Juli or Agu comes on, or Hannes, or eventually even Munzer, to support Alonso in the attacking threat that we should be creating. And that's been something that has been addressed from the beginning, because Alonso is a player with a lot of attacking threat, but he can't do it all by himself.
We're going to do it with Michael, followed by Javier.
Coach, Michael Allen, Pro Soccer and City Radio. Just sort of a follow-up on that question. Actually, this is another game where you dominated possession, and then we're only got 2 shots on goal in the entire game. So this seems to be sort of like a trend this season a little bit. What does the offense have to do to support Alonso and become an attacking threat? Yeah. What's the next step?
No, the next step has been worked on a daily routine. That's something that is addressed in training, in practically all the exercises that we plan for the sessions. And the thing is, if you look, for instance, at Agu Ojeda, if you see him throughout the week, when he gets the 1v1s or the 1v2s, he is almost unbeatable. And somehow, that's an example for Agu, he's not able to transfer this attacking threat into the games that we play, because even if you look at the game today, the second half, I think we had him in 4 or 5 good situations where he can go 1v1, and he's not as determined as I see him throughout the week, so that is something that is interesting also.
Can I just follow up on that really fast? Actually, can you speak to that a little bit? How much do you think is talent, and how much do you think is determination in gameplay?
Yeah, it's a combination of both, but determination is what the words already says. You have to be very determined once you get yourself into these areas and to these situations, because the other guys are also looking for these moments. So if you see, for instance, if we play through the middle, we attack or we set up through the right side and we go back to the left in order to get Agu in a very big space in the 1v1, there should be no hesitation. Your mind is, okay, I'm going to take this guy on and get myself in the box. And as I said to you just now, that is what I see throughout the week. So it surprises me that it doesn't happen here as often as it does throughout the week.
Javier?
Hey Coach, O'Neal got his start, his first debut this game. He's only been with the team maybe 2 days. Was that just because a short week, or did you feel like he was ready to go right away? And what did you think of his debut?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I think I've spoken with you guys a few times. When Keats is not available for us, we have some homework in order how to shape our midfield. He wasn't available, and Aiden came in. We checked him. He trained with us for 2 days, and it looked good. So he was cleared for a maximum of 60 minutes because then the engine was empty. And as far as his performance, I think especially in the first half, he showed some good moments in collaboration with the other midfield players. His game understanding and awareness is at a good level, and he's only been with us for 2 days, and I've seen a couple of things that I really like, and that is for us to work on going forward.
Final one, we'll go with Joe.
Pascal, is this one, when you look back at the 90 minutes, any concern at all in terms of kind of on-field leadership to kind of get everybody focused and back into a game that maybe on paper you should win coming in?
Yeah, that's always the thing. On paper, Montreal comes here with 3 points, struggling to get those points. I think if you look at our MLS games in the last few weeks, we did okay, decent games. Attacking threat has been an issue throughout all the games, as I mentioned to your colleague just now. Leadership I'm not really worried about because I see Matt Freese grow in that aspect. I see Thiago does his job. Justin Haak is growing in that aspect. Maxi Morales is a very important guy for us. But as I said, it's a tough one because you get one moment in the second half where they escape and Nico slips and they get a good shot on target and a good goal. But for us to get ourselves in a comfortable position during these games, we should do more with the moments we get, like in the first 20-25 minutes, in order to get a game in our direction, if you will.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.